Okay, so today is basically episode 3 in my what I'm gonna call my chess video game anthology series, basically where I try to play all these different games over the years that I've never played because that have to do with chess or let you play chess within them. And so we're gonna have to resort to stuff like this, Gary's mod or Nintendo Clubhouse chess, the 51, whatever it is called on the Switch, or Neverwinter Nights chess, or like in Minecraft or in Roblox or some dumb thing like that because it's so hard to find these chess games that actually have a population in them to play them. So let's recap on what the series has been so far. Basically, I failed my chess.com challenge like maybe a month ago. So then we started. So episode 1, I played Battle Chess, which was kind of cool. Good presentation. It runs in DOSBox of all things, but you're buying a game on Steam to play it on DOSBox. Kind of weird. But the point is that wasn't very interesting because you couldn't play against other players. You can only play obviously online. That's a pretty cool piece of art there with Alex. Or yeah, I never understood what this meant. Like I saw it on some music video, but it basically is trying to show like I actually don't know what it's trying to show. I thought it was supposed to be a human there, then the combine there, and then some sort of better version of yourself. But it's showing the human in the middle, so I don't know what that means. The combine is supposed to be shown like it's better than humans or something like that. So of course we're only going to use this to play chess or something. We could play variants, I guess, just in this format in general. But no, I did battle chess, then I did chess ultra. So battle chess was anticlimactic because you couldn't play against other people. Chess ultra, I'm still undefeated. Right, I've only ever won or drawn games in that, even though I had played that once before. That was my second time playing it. Weird flex, but very okay. Wink, wink. Just king of the sandcastle, which is kind of what we're doing with this whole thing. Like, we're not good enough to win chess in a serious competitive format where people probably fucking cheat, or they cheat in the sense of studying like a tryhard, unlike me. But yeah, we'll whoop people in Roblox chess and feel good about it instead. This is where you're exiled to after you fail your challenge for the third time, your permanent chess challenge, assuming anybody else even does stuff like that. And then what else? So we did Battle Chess and Chess Ultra. Then the second episode I did, which was obviously last week, I did Tabletop Simulator Chess, which again seems like a perfect kind of game for it, but it was very hard to find a match. So then I was forced to multi-box, which I might have to do here too, like where I let it run in the background, waiting for somebody to join, and then I would play on the chess in the meantime. And so that was pretty much all I did last time. So we'll see if we can find any sort of chess game in here. I actually downloaded this for the Gary's Mod Cinema because I was trying to make fun of the fact that, like, oh, what if I'm a React Andy and I'm going to react to videos on YouTube, but I'll still do it in a game. So I'll sit in the cinema and play the videos there and do it sort of like as a presentation within the game itself. So even when I'm a React Andy, I'll do it within the form of a game. And in the context here, I'm getting like some sort of static. I don't know if you could hear that on the video. I don't know why it's even there. So beyond that, we'll just try to look for something in here. And in general, with this format, I can just play kind of whatever version of chess I want. In other games, I want to try a bunch of classic ones that I never got around to. But the boring thing I'm realizing with that is, again, a lot of the time you're not going to be able to play against other people. So that's what's not fun. I'll obviously play a lot of variants. I'll play that one that's coming out now. They have a release date for it, October 23rd, which is like a chess exclamation mark is I guess the only way you can describe it. That's the name of it. Just that it has the chess integration, but you'll be able to play it on like with 3D pieces and like all this kind of fancy stuff. So that does seem like a good idea, but that'll have to be not next week, but the week after that. And then they'll delay it just to fuck me, but it's kind of such fortuitous perfect timing. Let's see if we can't find something to do with chess. And I don't know how you would do that. If not, I guess I'll just have to play on the chess anyway. Like there must be some way to I don't know in even what context it is. The problem is even if there was such a context, it wouldn't actually have players playing it. That's the problem. Player count, server count, game mode name. Legacy browser. Like, how would you do that, though? haven't played this in so long, actually. The only reason why I did it was like on Wednesday last week, just because, yeah, I was dicking around with that idea. I don't know how I suddenly just thought of it. Swamp Cinema. Roleplay zombie survival. Of course, we're not allowed to play any of this. Prop hunt. People love that. Gary's Mod Murder. Trouble in Terrorist Town was always cool. Is there like some kind of a... Maybe there's just not that many people playing this period. Dark RP. Or like you'd be able to play chess within a different mode. But is there like some kind of a... D-string game, Half-Life? Maybe I can't even do it. So what an anticlimax. Like, in what context would you be able to... There'll be a game that's like board games within it or something. Like, why would this be so hard to do? I guess probably because nobody would actually want to do it. Or like we could react to chess videos on there. React to all my chess clips in the fucking cinema. Which one was I using last time? Very instructive chess moments, or I could listen to music in the background from here. But why you'd be using this is beyond me. What was the one that was actually... It's like this, like Theatron. So since I can't play chess in here, maybe I'll just watch something to do with chess. Or I'll look up like some way to do it. We'll do it from within the game. The game within the game. Okay, so you can... I mean, this is cool for like presenting it to other people. Like within the game, but... So like they wouldn't have to be watching the stream or whatever, but... I don't know what the point is or anything. It was working last time, so it should work. For fuck's sake, I won't even be able to do this. So not only can I not play it, I can't, Twitch stream, not GCCX. What the hell does that mean? Press Q and request a video. Okay, so if you were to go here, yeah, like let me look at all my top chess clips, and I would be allowed to react to them. Or let's look at clips just in general to do with chess on both my... I like to do it this way. It's not even like, oh, I'm whatever, trying to advertise my own stuff, because like it's my shit anyway. But it's more like I feel on one hand paranoid about like I don't want to show something that's not mine, right? Not that it seems like that's very strict anyway. People react to all kinds of shit. But number two is I don't like the idea of reacting to stuff in general, period. So let's just do it briefly. It's gonna give me a hard time, isn't it? Let's just see what comes up when you put... Oh, it does actually work. One quiet gamer chess. Like, what is associated with me? Or like, I'll go through some of my best titles. I'm better than anyone who played in PogChamps 5. Where's my $20,000? Because that was like the prize pool or something. I've become Vichy, destroyer of boards. I like that. Obviously, Oppenheimer. It's not an Oppenheimer reference to the movie. It's just a reference to the quote, period. Like, I had said that before, obviously. 1200 or died. The slowest chess player ever reaches the pinnacle of improv. Becomes a draw master. No one... This is one of my favorite ones ever. It only has one... How does it only have one fucking view? No one has said goodbye horses this much since that Q Lazarus song. Classic. Little Ra's al Ghul reference. Your studies are nothing. Your will is everything. Your will to calculate. The day chess spoke for itself when I reached my final form. One silent gamer. Chess, you must be as a swan, never too high, never too low. Yeah, I see. I could watch through and learn from all my games. This is on my friend's channel. Some of these are pretty great. Making fun of Ding and how much choking there was in that championship. Chess is a meritocracy. This title was kind of... Maybe people didn't understand what it was a reference to. It's from the Pirates of the Caribbean 1, right? Where Barbossa says that to Jack. Like, here there be monsters. But I added that line in the middle, so it's kind of like a Mandela effect or something. I thought that he said... Right, like... You're off the map and in no man's land, but he doesn't say that. He just says you're off the map. Here there be pirates. So I just sort of ad-libbed that in. This was when I obviously failed the challenge, which is why I'm doing this right now. Isn't this totally worth it? This was just some stupid blunder move. I won't even like watch these, but the titles are pretty good. You can never defeat the one who takes failure as motivation. That's more just like an in-character RP quote for chess. The one RP chess series that you can bank on. This is a Hellraiser quote, obviously. Oh, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering. And then I did a couple of those, actually. Like, what was the other one to do with Hellraiser? It's like, oh yeah, human calculator to some, improvisational ingrate to others. I'm an explorer in the further regions of chess, or the further regions of theory. Tips for playing better chess players: just don't play them. When you forget about the one mechanic in chess. Okay, these are like kind of older ones. There was that one day where I uploaded like 100 different clips. Like I just uploaded everything, all the clips that were on Twitch that I thought was interesting. I don't know why this got so many goddamn views. This is the dude pulling a Tessio. Oh yeah, he even gives me credit there. First time I played chess and stream in years. I thought I would be able to upload all of it too. What a nightmare this is, am I right? So I guess the whole point is I can't actually play the game, so I don't know what to do. Or I'll look up like briefly how to. So stupid, man. Like, maybe I should go into these things more prepared, but that's kind of part of the fun. I want it to be fresh. I don't want to see what it looks like. So Gary's mod chess. Or like you have to do it in some sort of other way. You have to like download it from Steam and then do it. I don't know how it works. I guess it says there is a way to play it in Dark RP, and it's even $10. You have to fucking buy it. So let's go in there with the intention just to do this and see if it'll work. I guess that's part of the appeal of it, right? Like you're not playing it to play that, but there's so many things in there that you could potentially do, right? Like you could just do anything, I guess. Where is it? Or is this just showing me only cinema? Dark RP. Now, would any of these mention chess? They won't. Install game mode. Like, let's just go to one that has, fuck's sake. We could do it on a backdrop, like one last game where there's like a nuclear fucking fallout happening in the background and they're playing like one last game of checkers or something. Like, let's just try it. But again, the whole intention is only to do chess. And when we get distracted, it doesn't mean it has to be chess like in a conventional sense, of course. The old atomic bomb variant, not where it's explosive chess, but where you're actually having to deal with shit trying to kill you the whole time. But yeah, there's like a zombie fucking apocalypse going on. Clearly, the priority is getting your fucking daily chess games in. I don't know why it's making this sound to me. Like a little static stuff. And of course, you can easily ruin your space on your computer by playing Garry's Mod because every time you go into a server, it'll keep downloading every different thing. You'll go on here just to play it for like 5 minutes, and then, you know, it's so much fucking space it takes up. Does it mean it's 1.2 gigabytes total, or every time it's doing one? So it'll be 60 plus. It must just be total. I mean, it shouldn't really take that long anyway. I don't know if that means I have to buy it, like in the context of. Imagine doing this. You're doing this just to play chess. If it doesn't work, then I'll just fucking play it on the chess anyway. And I think it's fair to use the chess category this broadly, like, you know, because I am sort of multi-boxing anyway. Like I was expecting that with Tabletop Simulator. What I kind of wanted to do was, though, each time I want to do a different game. Like, you know, I could do Roblox once, I could do Clubhouse Chess, I could do any of them. Obviously, I make a whole series out of it and become the world's best Nintendo Clubhouse chess player, in the, you know, and really feel proud of that. But the point is that I kind of want to try a different one each time at least. So if we can't play it here, then I don't know what to do. But I can't tell what it is that it's showing me here. Gmod store, chess and checkers. It's been bought 1,000 times, but I think this is just to the chessboard with all standard rules. This is like to add it to your own server, isn't it? Games boards can be spawned by the admin. You shouldn't need to buy this if you're just a player, I don't think. Nothing's even happening here anyway, but just the whole RP idea reminds me of two things that are interesting when it comes to streamer sort of cult of personality basis that I talk about. Among Us had been out for a couple years, right? It came out in 2018, but hardly anybody played it and it wasn't that well known. Then in like 2020, somebody big streams it like PewDiePie or makes a video about it or whatever, and then all these other streamers jump on the bandwagon and it turns into like a reality TV show for streamers where you even have like fucking AOC getting in on the action and stuff like that. And so it's like people who wouldn't normally have done it right, do it just because it's a big thing at the moment, and then it dies out as quickly as it came into being. And so there's a very artificial nature about it. It's not even saying it's bad or good to do it. By their own standard, they didn't play it right in 2018. So that's even them saying, oh, they had no interest in it, they didn't like it, whatever. It was no big deal. There wasn't like any sort of major update to it either at that time, right? It was just incidental because now it's getting attention because, oh, people are, streamers are making content out of it. So that's what I object to. If it was a good game and you liked it and you wanted to do it for whatever for content, then do it from the beginning or any other time. But no, you only do it then and then you stop doing it. So there's something very contrived about it. It would create this sort of dynamic, like I'm sure with XQC's chat and stuff like this, where it's like very contradictory. Like when he's doing it among us, people are like, "Oh, how come you're complaining that he's doing it?" But then when he stops doing it, like, "Oh, you're complaining that he's not doing it." Like it's just such a fad that's like not even self-aware that that's what it is. And then that happens even with like, what was the other one that I was just thinking of? Like with GTA RP, it had been around for years, but then people treat it like a novel thing. Like, oh my goodness, now it gets taken over by streamers and it becomes like such a big thing. It can be good for exposure, don't get me wrong, but I don't like the sort of two-faced nature of it. Right? People who would have made fun of RP, like, oh, we're not an RPer. There was even a time I remember I was watching XCC's playthrough of GTA 5, and I would hope that clip is somewhere out there where he even says like he's playing the single player of GTA 5, right? And then chat's asking him like, "Oh, maybe you should play GTA RP," and he laughs at it like, "Yeah, right. I'm gonna play RP. Yeah, maybe I'll think about it." Then meanwhile, a couple years later, he ends up doing it for fucking thousands of hours. So whether that's sincerely because he was enjoying it or whatever, it's just weird because even people who would mock it and say that's not the sort of thing they would do, I find it strange that people who are that big feel the need to do that, like jump on the wave of some sort of whatever momentary popular thing. What the fuck, man? Can we just see whether chess works in this or not? I'm not gonna pay 10 fucking dollars within a game that I already bought however many years ago and probably paid a lot more than what it is now, which I think is about $10 just to be able to play chess in it. But, like, this deserves to be man, look how long this takes. I guess this one is pretty valuable though because dark RP is gonna be like some kind of a very commonplace thing. But then again, this will still be different, right? If you do another dark RP thing, you would have to do it in the context of like I'll upload this and it'll be like this is a chess episode, by the way. That's what this is. This is a chess only stream. But I'm fucking sitting here doing this, or I'm watching it in the fucking Gary's Mod Cinema. Or yeah, that was one that I wanted to show. Is I guess I could just show it here. Who needs Gary's Mod Cinema? Um, it was like Anna Cramling reacts to more money than Grandmasters. This was a funny thing here. Oh, it's not even showing up though. It was that one that had like 1,000 views or whatever. It's on this channel anyway. Oh shit, maybe that one is not the best one to click on anyway. Where is it? Here. Anna Kremling when she realized how much more money she makes than a grandmaster, and it's just her having a laughing fit the whole time. This is like the sort of short form content that my friend would do. Like, just take one line and make a video. Like, what was another one like that? Well, I don't want to show too many things, but it was like, only now in the end do you understand by Palpatine. And then he's like, this is M. Night Shyamalan when you finish one of his movies. Young fool, only now at the end do you understand? Like stuff like that. Just riffing off lines and stuff like that. I mean, obviously she's laughing at something else, or I don't even know what she was laughing at for that long, but it passes off like it is obviously a fucking just her mocking or whatever. And it doesn't really suit her personality that she would actually do that, but it is quite strange how mere 2,000 FIDE players can make that much money. It's maybe unfair in a certain sense, like, oh, how come you can hold chess players to that standard but nobody else? But I personally would hold people to that standard, meaning like you have to actually be good at something to be you know, whatever it is that you're doing, if you're a Counter-Strike esports player or you're like a league, you're like Faker or somebody, you know, that should be what the top is about. This is why Hikaru represented that pretty well. Like he's one of the best chess players in the world, so nobody can question that he's very popular and successful because you even though it might be about other things too, right? It might be about man, I'm gonna sit here the whole fucking time doing this. It might be about cult of personality, emotes, memes, whatever, right? That we get that part. That's why you do face cam and all this other shit. But at least the basis is you are still one of the best players in the world. But when you're only 2,000 FIDE or less, like I'm something of a sub 2,000 FIDE player myself, then it loses all meaning because it's like you're not even that good in the context of it as you're pursuing it as a career. So I always hate that too, that people hide behind like, oh, well, they're better than you or this or that. I mean, not for long, but that's not fair to say because that's like saying, you know, that's like being impressed by a college athlete at the, you know, in an extreme way where you know professionals are better, so why are you glorifying the middle ground? And I'm not even saying you can't enjoy that or whatever, but that's a benchmark to try to get to that point. Here, it's like they're not even trying to get better. Can you just fucking start, dude? I'm having to rehash a chess take from like 15 fucking years ago to do this. You want to enable optimizations? Okay, dude. And is this shit gonna be on or something too? What did I even do last time? I guess I was just doing the cinema because it was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like, I don't know how any of this works or if you would teleported to unknown. And these created script errors. Like, this is just gonna be a fucking nightmare. I shouldn't even bother. Warn backup 1, 2, 3. I don't know what's happening. Protected from any damage. So is there a way to just like set up a
Good, yeah, I took a break off the
or how would you even see? I assume my mic isn't going, but how do you see settings here? Like all we want to do is basically set up a fucking chessboard somewhere and see if we can't use it. I don't want to do anything else besides that, but I guess you would have to find it in the world, right? Like I don't know how any of these functions work or anything. I have $50,000, so I'll use it to buy a chessboard. I can't believe I'm doing this in a slot that is supposed to be like, fuck. I just want to know how it works, so all the potential is there. But then people won't actually even play it or anything. Maybe if I bought the thing, I just don't know what all the commands or anything are. Like, there's no arrested. I guess the hope would be like just a search for a chessboard. Like, maybe we'll just find one. Take cash. You gotta find like a shop or something, maybe. Not really trying to even RP, or I guess I RP even while playing chess too. Okay, I'll do this for a little bit, otherwise I'm just not gonna bother. This is me playing chess, by the way. Like, it's me trying to, because you can play it in so many other games, and there's so many ways to do it, dude. I'm playing chess while everybody else is playing Gmod. It's just so perfect for it because, like, I don't know what all the commands here are, but release from jail. Okay, dude. Maybe you would have to buy that fucking $10 thing. I could just make my own server for it, but that I also don't know how to do entirely. Maybe that would be the only way. Maybe I should do that. As stupid as it seems. Like, wouldn't this be a perfect place to set it up? Set up a board? Okay, let me try that. Otherwise, I'll fucking just play on here. It's so stupid. Okay, so I got this one to work, but the whole dream come true would be if you could actually play with other people, but I don't. That would be one thing. The Obra Dinn made me glad to be a small streamer because nobody was spoiling stuff. And that would have ruined the experience if one person even spoiled one thing. But this would make you feel like, okay, if you were a big streamer, you would guarantee a player base in any game you play, no matter how dead it is, because people would always come in to try to troll you and grief you or whatever. So you would make your opponent come here, whether there was one naturally or not. So how do you even do this? You in the spawn menu, don't really care. How do I even move it? Use control to switch between first and third person. So it doesn't actually work. It makes me fucking... Wait. Oh no, white has to move first, but we're not even playing against anybody, so... E to open the context menu. A rope is exactly what it sounds. Whoops. Okay, at least here we're legitimately trying to play this. What the fuck is this? Gary's mod chess. For whatever extent it can be played. A rope is exactly how it sounds. How the fuck do you move the pieces, though? Use tools by clicking the context menu. Open. Force limit. I don't know how the fuck you do this. Width, color. Nobody is actually going to be playing, though, so what's the point? I just love it in the context of being able to do it like this. Like, you get to move around, and still better than Chess Ultra, am I right? I don't know how you do it. How's it going? And like it showed the image of Dr. Breen sitting there in the whatever. E does that, but so what? Like, you still can't do anything. Like, it's so stupid. Q is for this, but what does that do for me? Halfway 2, characters, vehicles, items. Look at Discord. Okay, I will. Hydraulic rope. I guess I just don't know how a lot of these things work. You would think this would work just to... I don't know what I'm even bothering with this for. I was giving it a chance. I was hoping there'd be some value to it, but like, can I host a server with somebody else? But even if I could do that, it wouldn't matter because... Yeah, how do you do that? Give weapons on spawn, single player. Let's say it's okay, it's 2 players. Or no, make it as many as you want, but peer-to-peer. Max props doesn't matter. People would just kind of dick around and they wouldn't actually play though. Allow PvP, give weapons on spawn, allow bone to manipulate NPCs, allow no clip, realistic fall damage, god mode, manipulate players, allow to bone manipulate everything. I don't know what that means even, but for some reason I couldn't actually interact with anything. Does that mean we're actually hosting it in such a way that you can turn these hints off in the context menu? Hold C, try drawing at the top of the screen. You know, does that mean we're hosting it and people could actually join? Which means if you waited long enough, that might actually happen. Maybe I should look in the Steam page for this to actually see. Hang on. Gary's mod chess. And it's like this GM tabletop chess. A giant chess map. Updates, player spawn points, usable chairs, skybox camera, synchronized spectator chessboard. Synchronized giant chess pieces. Giant pieces, NPC nodes. Access to play areas, movable chess pieces. But how the fuck do you move them? Gary, Kasparov, and Gary's mod. Actually, I did have it, yeah. It's the only thing that's open this late sometimes. Alice in Wonderland stuff. How did you do it to have usable chairs? There are 4 chessboards on the map. 1 is small by the fire, 1 is giant. 2 are in the rooms with the windows. I don't see anything besides the 1 room that we're in right now. Oh, I forgot we even had the ability to do this. Maybe we could just do a different one. See, look at the time and effort somebody put in to do this. So how the fuck still would you move them, though? That's what I don't get. Or I keep trying to maybe move black first. Maybe you have to shoot them with your gun. Crowbar. Let's try each of the weapons, I guess. Like, what the fuck, man? This is I hate Valve puzzles. The whole challenge of this would be to figure out how to move the shit. You could try this. Won't have any effect at all, though, huh? FPS chess, by the way. What a crazy cool concept. This is how they came up with it. It says the pieces are movable, but I don't know how, dude. What the fuck? Yeah, the dying solo experience. Oh my god, tool gun. Click anywhere to finish the rope. Does that mean that that item should go there, though? Here are all rope constraints. Add a new segment to it. So weird. Obviously, just don't know how these mechanics work. I haven't played this game in so long. This one is kind of cool, though, just how big it is. This should just, like, rope this to there, let's say. Camera isn't going to do anything. Cool gun, screenshot taken. Maybe we could find yet another one. He said there's 4 of them. But, like, why can't there just be physics with it where I could, like, bump into it and do something? Or wait, isn't this just how I got to the bigger board? This would be pretty cool, but there's 2 problems with it. One is you can't move the pieces, and number 2 is you can't actually play with players because there aren't going to be any players. So how could there be 4 of them here, though? Because this just seems to lead back right to where we were anyway. There'll be some hidden walls and secrets and all this kind of crazy crap. Oh, now... Okay, okay. But how come this didn't work on the other one, then? Oh, this is so cool, too. It's going to help you with visualization and stuff. Or, I mean, it's going to be represented on the board anyway, but if you were to try to play it with the big pieces anyway. Okay, so let's play an epic game by myself just to show kind of not a comfortable angle, though. I kind of want to stand on top of it or something. It's too bright. Like, I can't even see what I'm doing. Already, like, blundered my queen. Okay, move the queen back to here. I want to see, like, Hikaru or somebody doing some crazy shit like this. Right, like, it's not enough just to play vanilla shit. That would really validate it. If I was a GM, this is the kind of shit I would do. Like, it's not enough just to play the game. So what happened to the bishop there? I moved it over here. Which I didn't even really feel like I did. Okay, dude, it's a little bit hard to do, but at least I can't complain. You imagine playing chess like in this and only this. And it wouldn't be bad if there were actually players doing it. Okay, so what do I want to do? I want to do the king's pawn that I always do. It's too bright, I swear to God. It's not cheating because I'm playing against myself anyway. I almost can't reach it. Like, what am I supposed to do? I unironically cannot get it to go there. Like, you really... Oh, my God. This is really hard to control. Fuck. I can't do it. Yeah, so what is anarchy? Oh, my God. How would you do it otherwise? It's something about this rope thing that I don't get. Like, rope it from there to there. But it won't actually do it, will it? Click anywhere to finish the rope constraint. Add a new thing to the rope constraint. Or to clear all of them, but it actually doesn't clear it. I don't know what it's even doing. At least this one does work, though, in some vague form. Maybe we can find another one. Are we back? Okay. This is like a voyeuristic experience in the chess, if nothing else. Just like you're trying to find some some value in the game besides just of actually playing it. Although I wouldn't mind even playing it. Yeah, it's almost futile because people are just going to not be there anyway. Where could the 4th one be? If this is 1, the big one is 1. The small one that controls the big one is 1. This wasn't working at all. But somehow we did get the pieces to move. Or like even doing this doesn't help at all. Control to switch between first and third person, which actually that doesn't seem to work either. That's the biggest puzzle of all. Not the game itself, but just the fucking trying to figure out even how to play it. So that room at least seemed to work in some vague sense, but I don't see how you control exactly where it's going. I don't really get how that mechanic works, to be honest with you. Isn't this more fun than just playing the same old regular shit on a website? Or wait, now I went to the wrong place again. It was like the one adjacent to this. I think that was the chessboard that actually controls this. You can move the pieces, but you can't move them like anywhere. Maybe I should try to shoot it with a gun or something. Like if you run out of ammo. It won't actually work, and now the stupid rope is in there too. The thing is, at least with Tabletop Simulator, I did find some matches to play against. This is... Oh my god. I could like restart the server, I guess. Let me disconnect and try again. Start new game. Go into here. It would be like, you know, you can allow as many players as you want. But the only chessboard that works is that one. And so let me try it again. Who would have thought I had to use the flashlight and actually go out here, though? Yeah, the small one there, I can't figure out why it's even there or why it exists. This does sort of give FPS chess vibes, though, too, because you're kind of small and you're just running on the table and shit. I think it's the other one, right? That is sometimes one of the strengths of chess, though. It can be kind of fun to first of all, or you know what you could do is you could like put something here that would help you. Put like a barrel to stand on, and then maybe you could do it. It works with this, but it won't work with the pieces, will it? Or it will. Oh, that's awesome. Wait, let's get a better vantage point here. Get like a chair or something. Let's see. Fuck's sake. This is top tier chess content. This is what you get. This is what I get after I fail my challenge for the third time. Like, this is what I deserve. I should have to deal with this. Is that a chair or what the hell is it? Oh, no, that's way too big. This thing is actually pretty fun. See, like, where did they come up with this gun? Is this something that's, like, in the episode 1 or 2? Or, like, you never used this in the original game. It kind of looks like this towards the end, but not in exactly the same way. Can we just get something to, I don't want to sit on it in like an animation sense, but just in a basic sense, or like so I can get an angle where it's actually pretty clear to see what's happening. And you could always appreciate the visuals of the... Oh my god, it's pretty hard to do this. You could always appreciate the visuals of what's happening out there. So I'm going to play as white. I'm going to go pawn to whatever the notation is here. Oh my god, this is fucking insane. This at least does work to some extent. Or yeah, getting right on top of it is the easiest way to do it. Right, so you would have... you would have this. This is what this format is about. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Okay, go here. Why want to just stay, though? Is that making like an illegal move, maybe? Why is it going like all the way to the other side of the fucking map? You could just do it with E. I'm just doing that shit to be fancy. Amazing physics, 10 out of 10. So you go ahead. Don't move the knight. Generally good chess advice to follow. I'm going to lose one of these pieces somewhere and then I'll be fucked. Okay, leave that there and put that back. The point is, even as ugly as it looks, why is stuff moving on its own? Like, what's happening? Or like just my presence of walking on... No, I guess it doesn't really affect it. Why shouldn't that just be like a clean thing? Like it just has a mind of its own. If you go here, it should just stay. If you go here, it should just stay. We're playing against a ghost here. But the point is the knight is on the starting square. Let's do what I would normally do, like his black. Or what? I can't control black now? Are you serious? Like, oh, it's because it would be cheating, but when you're playing against yourself, what else do you expect me to do? Or let me play against an AI then? Are you serious? All that build up and excitement for nothing? Or there should be some way to affect it some other way. You gotta learn just how this works generally, but then again, what's the point? Because you're never gonna be able to play it. Oh, that's really dumb. And I get why they wouldn't. Let's just imagine what's happening for black then without actually even doing it. Or you know what I could do is I could just move something else there to represent, but that's just kind of stupid. Like, I could put like a little dinky thing to represent each piece. Or like, where is even the... Where are all the things that I have here? I can just make my own and then use that, right? Vehicles. Yeah, see, here we go. Chessport. How do I get out of this now? Looks like we made one right there. I can't figure it out now, though. Let's see. Get rid of this. Drawing NPCs. And you can't close the screen. Man, there's so many things about this that I just don't know how to use. Saves, post-process, vehicles, entities. Okay, you just kind of click off the side, I guess. Maybe this one I'd be able to impact in a different way. Lost his chessboard. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, like, why do some of these move? Imagine dying in a mode like this. Permadeath chess. That's a different way to fail a challenge. It doesn't matter even where it is. Like, okay, I'll put it right here. Chairs, let's do chess. 0 results for chess, even though it ended up showing it still. Like, put this one down there and then just play the game by yourself. How hard can it be? Or now it's doing some weird animation there, and this one's just meant to be generic, I guess, because it's very, it's like already the pieces are in place and stuff. Okay, just lay it flat, which I can't even do. Or I guess the wrong kind of flat there. This is totally what it's about, dude. We're still playing chess in some vague definition and sense. Okay, that doesn't help me at all, but we want to go like this. So I'm hoping this will allow me to actually put the... Like, can you just knock that shit down, dude? Nothing seems to work besides the... Oh, yeah, that works. Okay. Now I could just manually put the pieces on here and make it work, I hope. Right, because why shouldn't that allow me to move it? I mean, that might be difficult if that's how... Oh, shit, look how cool this is, though. It does actually work with every single thing. You should have to do it in terms of physics, too. The physics chess variant. That, like, you're on the clock, but you have to move it as if you would move it, like... So if you fuck up, you lose, or you waste your own time. You would basically be putting it, like... How hard would that be? To, like, measure it exactly to do it. End up killing yourself with it. Okay, so let's put on pawn, pawn, pawn. Of course, you should be able to do it with E, but you actually can't. Or even this works. You can just place it. Oh, this is perfect, perfect. I'll play against myself here. Let's see. You can't really rotate them really well, though. Of course, you can just make as many pieces as you want, so that's the ultimate hack. This would be amazing if there were actually people playing it. And I think we do have like some sort of public server that we're doing almost. Like, people could theoretically join this, I guess. Okay, I'll play at least one game in this against myself. My highest quality game ever. Just like in Neverwinter Nights, I did that. That's even like a game mode, though, specifically sanctioned by the game itself. Like, for whatever reason. Sort of show off some of the different units and classes and stuff, I guess. Go there, and then you just... This is the only way I can get it where I can control black and white, because... Or it'll still somehow prevent me from doing that. What other guns do we have, though? So the physics gun is like, what is it going to do? That seems cool and all, but it doesn't seem to really work, because sometimes it'll just kind of fuck everything up. Right, like it affects everything else on the board, or... Why is everything just moving? And why am I just stuck here? Okay, we sprint out of there. Half-Life 2 had a little bit more parkour stuff than you might expect. Okay, the gravity guns seem to work pretty well. Whenever I use the physics gun, it seems to fuck everything up, so I won't do it too much. I play chess once a week, by which I mean I play one game of chess, because it takes me this long to even get to the point of being able to do that. Oh my god. I just sprinted off the side anyway, man. Fuck's sake. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Just go. Getting them to stand up is kind of annoying. And getting off of this later is going to be impossible because I'll fuck up the board over and over. So we'll have to train our memory and commit to the position. Okay, go here. Go here. I hear you like chess, so we play chess within a chessboard while also playing chess in the background. It's all worth it. I didn't even have to pay the $10 thing for it. I guess that's if you're like a server owner and you just want to, you know, allow people to be able to play it on your server, like Dark RP or whatever. Yeah, imagine if I did that. Chess Grandmaster creates their own chess server on Garry's mod and fucking gives you the chance to play against them. How popular would that be? Probably not at all, because nobody gives a shit who would play this game anyway. Like, that's not what it's about. So, do all the other pieces, obviously. Put the queen there. The moving around it can be very difficult because... Oh my god. You just can't seem to get off of it ever. I guess I could put like a little thing to help me, like a box or something. Step over the checker, a symbolic thing that you're... it doesn't even help that much, but... Or no, it actually did help. But yeah, we could do that. We could do the chess versus checkers variant. The problem is, on like one color square, you'd be just invincible overall, so it would really serve no purpose. So here we can put down the other pieces. Go ahead, put the rook. This is the best way to do it so you don't have to dick around and move it too much. Put the rook, put the knight, put the bishop. Black bishop there. Then we could put the king, put the queen. A little bit close and cozy there, romantic. Go here, bring the knight. Bring the rook. The ultimate definition of make your own fun in more ways than one. Just doing this in the first place, but also just, what the hell is happening? Also just the idea that you're trying to basically play against yourself, obviously. It's actually lagging. It can't handle a game as complex as chess. Just wait until he gets his hands on Polytopia, am I right? Okay, dude, I can't blame the game entirely, but because this is just kind of weird random stuff that probably nobody does anyway. Okay, so the thing is we want to put the pawns down first. What if we do it like from the edge of this and just point it? Okay, dude. It's not like this is a game that really requires much, you know, speed or anything like this. We could play it like this and it wouldn't be a big deal. Fucking turn-based game against myself. Like, it's not the end of the world, but it's still going to be very annoying. We'll do this row first of just pawns, and then I'll start to put together something in the context of, yeah, my computer can't handle Garry's mod, by the way. As soon as I put all the black pieces down, it just went completely apeshit on me, though. The best way to do it without causing everything to go, like, all over the place would be probably to right-click it and hold it and then move it like that. Although maybe now is not the best time to do it. So we're failing the setting up the board part of the game because it just can't handle it, I guess. Now, theoretically, we could do this on any server then if I had access to the thing, right? If I just do Q, or like if a server at least lets you do that. Let me actually see. At least now I know how to do it. Like, what if I go on Dark RP and then I just do that? Would it let me? You would think it should. That might be the best way. Yeah, it'll be zombie survival, but we'll just kind of sit there and play chess and hope that somebody joins us, or they'll just kind of troll us and whatever. It's amazing how much modding and potential that Half-Life had to it. Both the first game and Half-Life 2, like you wouldn't have Counter-Strike without that. Just so interesting. Obviously, the physics was one big part of it, but it's more than that. Even just like the base mechanics. Okay, what was I doing before that I just... It was Dark RP. It was just one of the top played ones just because Halloween is going to make me download so many fucking gigabytes of stuff for every single one I join. I just want to see if you can hit Q here and put the thing in there. You probably could if you were an admin. I might not be able to. I'll have to make my own server and become an admin to try to do it. Or I'll have to go on some other... I'll just try that one maybe again. Because there's too many problems with it. It's either too hard to make the pieces move, or even if you do that, it doesn't let you actually play as both, which arguably makes a certain amount of sense, but you know, for my purpose, that might be the only way to do it otherwise. Hey, welcome back. Okay, let's try once more. I don't know why the server was overloading and overheating, though, by me simply placing a chessboard down. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding how you're meant to do this. You could do it here if you could just grab a piece, but this one doesn't seem to work at all. I'll just put it on the fucking floor. You go here and then you put this down. And then you're able to, or you could just do it manually like with that. And this one seems to be a lot bigger, actually. Guess what you've got to give to your class on Monday? What's that? Or, wow, that's actually kind of scary how big it is. Is there some other open area that I could use to do this? I guess doing it out here might have been a mistake, even though I like the visuals and the backdrop of it so much. But this is kind of bugging out now. Maybe we can do it on the bottom in this like sewer part. An oral, not the kind your girlfriend does. Good one. Although that's like more like a compliment. You should say like not the kind that your mom does to me. I always hated those. That was just, wait, where was the part where you go like down into the bottom though? Jesus Christ. Death count 2. All I want to do is put the thing, or can I not even do anything now? Try better next time. Why do some of these things only work some of the time? Right click, hold down E. You can rotate objects. Oh, okay, that's a cool mechanic. Rotate objects by holding E when you use the physics gun. I'm trying to do it actually, but it's just too big, I guess. So not only did we die, but we actually hard locked ourselves in a corner of the room. So I'll have to disconnect and redo it again. This is incredible. Can you just let me fucking do this, dude? Why can't I just move the big pieces like on their own? That's all I wanted to do. Like, it won't work with that. Will it work with the gravity gun? It probably won't. Man, that'd be the whole fun of it. Or you should just be able to push it because the physics are so supreme. So you know that it'll probably bug out here if I try to do this, but that one leads to the one that controls it. Wasn't there something that led below? Like, this will just lead back to the beginning somehow. It almost doesn't make sense. You want to test how delayed stream is for me and you? I don't think it's that delayed. Okay, let me try once more. I guess this is the only open area in which I could do it. Or what if I go to the sandbox? Would it allow me to do that there? Trouble in Terrorist Town Cinema Fixed Edition. I don't know. It's just not going to let me do it, is it? Just like one game in my life I want to play of chess in this. I'll type hi in chat, reply as soon as you see it. I'll time it. Okay. I mean, the fact that I'm reading your message like right there probably proves that it's pretty accurate anyway. You gotta to flip the other side. I've never had so much fun playing chess in my life as this session. Hi, I saw it. But see, I was even late. That's not even delay. That's just me, like, not looking right away. Right, like, you might have said it a second before. If I just stare at chat, like, do it now, and I'll see it. Retry. See, I saw retry as soon as you typed it. It was 11 seconds? It shouldn't be that long. Hi. See, I see it. Hi, hi, hi. You gotta get this shit to stand down. Which maybe the best way is to use the other thing, which if it even works. Which it won't. Or E is to get it to rotate. It's gonna fall on me and kill me, though, of all things. So now, it's gonna take me pretty much a century to actually do this shit. In terms of, you know, putting the stuff on the board, and then it starts to bug out as soon as you do that. You go white rook, white knight, white bishop. That's the white queen, white king, white. Learn how to set up a chessboard. ASMR, Gary's mod stream. Amazing. White queen. She's quite slender there, actually. Go here, go here, go there, and then you gotta find a way to put all the pawns down. So as soon as you do this, it'll crash because it just can't handle all these incredible chess pieces and assets. Of course, we could play all kinds of variants and crazy shit in this too. It actually does. It unironically starts to lag as soon as I do that. Like, what are you fucking doing, dude? You can't handle like fucking 8 chess pieces, dude. 16 chess pieces. Setting up wrong. White on the right. See, I don't even know that much. No, that should be right though, shouldn't it? Because it's like queen on color, so. Oh my god. Let me try like in a different mode, maybe. Like, what if I do it in the cinema? Or what if I do it here? Will I be able to put a chessboard here just because I have it like in my overall add-ons or assets or whatever? Lag is skill issue. This is so stupid. Why should it lag in that context? It shouldn't be just because I'm on that map, right? It should work here. It takes a second, so it sometimes makes you think that it won't work. Let me try it again. At least if we do it quickly, we'll know whether it's going to bug out or not, which I don't know why it would. What does it take to exactly rotate this down, though, is the question. I guess that was just the wrong way, though. Okay, try it again. Just use the gravity gun is a little bit better. Just go like that. Okay, perfect. So now, let me try it again. Or maybe that's why it would bug out, because I'm setting it up the wrong way. This is here. Do the bishop. Do the queen. Do the king. Do the this. Do that. Do that. And then as soon as you put the pawns in, it starts to fuck up. Or I hope on this map, somehow it wouldn't. It's always when you get the last one in that it does it, too. We're doing it bullet speed, too. Bullet style. Please don't fuck up. Please don't fuck up. Like, it won't even let me play by myself. This is how much it wants to deny me any sort of satisfaction. So many awesome things you can do with this game, though. I never really played it that much, but it still seems to have a relatively healthy player base. How many friends do you have? I have a lot. I guess I have some. I'm not like super outgoing. You'll play black? Okay. Yeah, see, that's always a fun. Oh, come on. Come on. You can always just play it with notation alone. Although I won't even know what the notation exactly is. It lets you get like halfway without or like it can get over it, so then we can still survive. I just wanted to play one game like this. Like, it's not, it shouldn't be this big of a deal. Or even if it lags, it's still doable, but it's like, there goes the game. I don't know why it's so crazy like this. You're not doing anything. I'm not summoning like 1,000,000 of them or something. I don't see in what other way I could possibly do this then. New visual effects and features for developers. Could play checkers instead. Maybe it could handle that. I cannot understand why this would possibly be happening. Maybe because they never tested it to this extent. Nobody's actually ever fully set up a chessboard in this game because everybody would just kind of throw the pieces around and troll people and do all kinds of crazy shit. Okay, I'll try maybe in one more capacity if I could. Otherwise, let me go in a multiplayer game and see if I can just do Q though. Like, what if I do it in the cinema or something? Should be able to do it basically anywhere. Or maybe I should just reset my game. Play .m. What is .m? Is it good game? Can you play chess in it? DUT. Oh, deliver us to the moon. That's what he was just telling me about. Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I could play it tomorrow because it's I just played something random on Wednesday anyway now. Let's see. What could I do here that would guarantee the success of this? Cinema theatre. It seems like I could just put a chessboard anywhere, but it won't help me because it just can't handle it in the game, I guess. Play on PS5. I kind of don't want to bother setting up a PS5 though. Could I put it like in the middle of this? Will it fit? It probably should. I don't know if I had this option even before actually, or if because I added that add-on, now I can do it. Keeps doing the same thing where it baits me in, like it baits me in into thinking that it'll work and then it fucks up later. Okay, there we go. Have you thought about getting a cat since we last talked? I guess not, because it hasn't been all that long. Is there some other maybe way I could represent the pieces? It's the same thing, doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. My tendency exactly. Bishop. Or you could play it like blindfold where we don't even put the... Or wait. Or wait, this is even wrong too. Now there's going to be way too many pieces here and it's going to overload the whole thing. This must be for black then because... Only thing you have to remember is it's queen on color. So that must be the queen. This must be the king. I'm so spoiled by the fact that it always moves it for you that I'm not even used to that. It is bugging out with the sound. So we can handle about like 12 to 16 pieces and then it just fucking completely implodes. Somehow. Please just don't lag, please. Or lag briefly and then let me play still. I'm still gonna do it even through this. I don't get it, man. Yeah, my computer just can't handle this, I guess. But your king on the wrong square, it was fine. Can I test your psychology knowledge? Alright. I mean, I should look this up. This is probably a well-known bug. This is probably just some sort of update or something you have to download for it. Gmod chessboard lag bug. Gmod has too much lag. Yet, what the fuck fast makes the gun run smoother? Why is Gmod lagging so much? In this game for years, never seen this much issue trying to run it. How do I fix Gmod lag? Constant connection issues. My son is addicted to Minecraft and a game called Garry's Mod. Should I be worried? I like how Garry's Mod is put in there. What are the lobes of the brain? That's not really psychology knowledge, though. That's more like just physical knowledge. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm not even sure what he does in the game. He watches YouTube videos with people running a narration over with their own Minecraft videos. If only you knew how common that was. Occipital lobe and like some kind of other thing. Or maybe now that fixed it just by tabbing out. Now I fucked up the board. Look at how absolutely impossible this is to do, man. I cannot even set up the fucking thing. Good way to get your frustration out. This is simulating the experience of chess. You're trapped within the board for your whole life. Chess is a prison. You can never escape from these 4 bars. That'll be the true way to win, is to just get out of here. I guess you actually technically could. I take it back. Now you can't even get up there. Frontal, parietal, occipital, and temporal. That'd be more useful to know if you're a fucking like a doctor or a brain surgeon. Why would that have anything to do with psychology if you're not doing anything with those? So if it's queen on color, you'd be doing like this should be black then. Now here I couldn't blame it for lagging because oh we have all those other pieces everywhere else too. Okay, go like that, go like that. Bring the king, bring the bishop, bring the knight, bring the rook, bring the oh god. It's gonna be so hard to get on top of that shit too, although normally a phrase that nobody ever uttered. It's so hard to get on top of the chessboard. You have to put down something, stand on top of first of all. This one doesn't seem to work either. Vehicles, how about just like a structure that I could stand on? Just anything basic. Metal frame, that seems too big. Well, at least I escaped from that little four pillar thing I was talking about. Okay, is that gonna give me the elevation I need to make the jump? It doesn't seem like it really. I can barely even move on it. Oh, look at that crazy jump. Okay, let's do the bishop, or I'm sorry, the rook. Go back to chess again. I do like how seamless this is though. You could just do this on any map anywhere theoretically, or you don't even have to leave this menu. That's kind of a good way to do it. Obviously the queen comes next. Then the king. It's a little bit off actually, but whatever, you get the point. And then it's gonna lag again. Yeah, maybe we should just do that. Just tab out and just wait a minute. Play a game on the chess while it tries to handle it itself, because I'm not gonna keep doing this all day. Like I'll actually play a 10-minute game. Fuck it. What is the Gus story? Perception. Look, I'm out of touch with the traditional shit because I haven't really used it in a while, so I don't know all these things off the top of my head. Like I know everything, but I don't, you know, I don't do anything with it, so why should I remember it? How bad this guy is? And oh shit, that's the cheeky little thing that they always do. Wait, but he didn't even do it the right way. And my memory is really bad too. Top down and bottom up processing. There he could like double take. It's not particularly meaningful for me anyway. I was pushing for like 1600. I should at least be within 100. Top down bottom. I mean, that's almost one that should explain itself. Just the fact that you I don't want to say it wrong though either. Like I know the concept of it, but this is all stupid though. This is like, oh, do you remember what you learned in like high school or something? None of that was even, I don't fucking remember. Go here, take. Yeah, that's like the same thing as chess, like learning theory. Just because you enjoy something or you're good at it doesn't mean you have to do it in the conventional way. So if he does this, I take, you take, I take. So it wouldn't actually let you do that. Could take there. He can't take back, or no, actually he could. Let's just castle. Look it up. It's too long to explain. Okay. Top, down, bottom, up, processing. Bottom up, top down are two different ways of making sense of stimuli. In bottom up, we allow the stimulus itself to shape our perception without any preconceived ideas. In top down, we use our background knowledge and expectations to interpret what we see. Okay. You could sort of do a little cheeky fork idea here, but then you'd be setting yourself up for a potential mate as well. Yeah, he gave me a pretty good start, but then again, he did do that little fork thing anyway. So if we keep doing this, maybe it will eventually work. Like, it's not lagging now, so I found the solution. Just multi-box and play an entire game of chess in between, setting up the pieces. Which, did I actually finish? I didn't finish. Let's actually put up... Oh, please. Fuck, man. I don't want to try to troubleshoot it either. We already did that. One troubleshooting stream per month with fucking Destiny. Although I guess it is the next month, technically. Think it'll always lag? Yeah, I literally just wanted to do one game of it. That was it. Even if I had to play against myself. It's amazing how hard that is. Like, why can't there just be one definitive chess game like that? Whether it be in VR or some kind of other way that just allows you to, play it with 3D pieces or something. You would play black? You could play either one, but just... I guess we can. We could just play on here then instead. Yeah, this is good. If you take, I take. Nothing else going on there. +1. Just bet. I don't mind it. A lot of people like it or respect it just because it's free or like whatever for analysis purposes and stuff like that. I don't really have a preference. The only bad thing about it is the ratings are maybe inflated in an extreme way, but once you account for that inflation, then it doesn't matter because you're basically, you know, you're basically, just minus 200 or something of the sort. You do this, but it almost feels too good to be true. Like, why would he be allowing me to do all this? Couldn't possibly make a mistake given how incredibly good low-rated players obviously are. You could do like some sort of a check, take, but then he still takes. Here you could just raise it, but then he would take, but he can't take because I would take. It's very dangerous. If this pawn gets displaced, he would just mate me right there. Guy doesn't seem good, but somehow you can never underestimate people like that. We could bring the bishop here. We could setting up for sort of a back rank scenario, actually. Just because, if you don't do anything, check, take. I could have done that, but that seems kind of like fool's gold. All these little cheeky threats on the queen. I can't believe that phrase was hijacked. The other one I can't be as upset about, the whole absolutist tendency of fucking, okay, dude. We can still do it, and then, whatever, we're just trading stuff. Takes, I take in check. And then I have to figure out something I could do like this, maybe. Right, because he's forced to go there, and then I can obviously just cover it with that. These advanced level plays, you're clearly out of your league, dude. I'm 1300 on chess.com. You don't stand a chance. I'm 1700 in shit. Well, no, but if you do this, then if he takes, then I could take. Right, so you can still take the rook, so it's still good. If you take, I take. If you don't take, obviously I take. You can't move it. So I sack the bishop to seemingly great effect. Actually, could be some scary threat, though, if I'm not paying attention. Oh, don't tell me, dude. No, but it couldn't be, because you could literally just sit here. And then what are you going to do? Or wait a second. Just like kind of so out of position. I can't give a check. I go here, you go here, and then I can't do anything. I block, and then you'd still be able to take. And so basically, you'd have to cover this, which I can't do. I can't take the pawn either. I can't even give it check. So let me try to think. Really can't cover that square, so I guess you're just screwed. I love that about chess, that there's so many situations that are just like hard locked, hard stuck shit. Where you still won't even do it. What? He goes for a threefold repetition instead of actually winning the game. Interesting. You could say he's trolling, but I don't see why. Like, I was winning pretty hard, so he's maybe happy just to take the draw. Oh, fuck. Because I auto-clicked. It did that. What the fuck is that guy on? Okay, so he kind of fucked it up again. I really can't figure out. Let me try the other chessboard, actually. What is the real point of it? Like, why? What is that green circle? You can't move the pieces. Nothing really has any value. What if we go inside one of these rooms and then do it? Or wait, there's not even anything here. I don't want to have to pick up the pieces and do that. The cinema doesn't even seem to work, really. You could find like a different environment to try to do it, I guess. Would you make a series on it? I might. I mean, I could try it at least. I don't really have room or time, I guess, to make a series out of anything, though. Once I Ravenholm sign there. Yeah, you would think I'd want to go to a multiplayer server and just sort of hijack it by putting in a chessboard, but I'm really confused as to why it would be so hard to get. Of all the things in the game, like, oh yeah, you have to use a fix or you have to download some new assets or something. But why should you have to do that for chess of all things? I can understand if it's like something more high end or crazy shit going on or like more people involved or whatever, but this is so banal and basic that you wouldn't think it'd be an issue. Just let it fucking fall on my head and put me out my misery. Flip it over, flip it over. It's actually kind of hard to get it to sit like I did before. Oh shit, I guess not that hard. Would the sprint here be alone enough? It is. Oh, I forgot there were even bathrooms and stuff here. Bark Souls, good one. Pixel Tail Pictures presents The Men Who Stare at Cardboard. Obama? What the fuck? PM Apartment. Average GM player, by the way. Oh yeah, we're gonna cheat like fucking that one dude whose name I forget. Pulled the Tessio where he's using his phone on the toilet to fucking use an engine. Igor's rouse this guy. Tessio puts the little gun behind the tank here, and that's what he uses to kill Sollozzo. Greatest movie ever, by the way. Like, not even saying it's that stupid or you would expect him to do that, but just, you know, it's very interesting that that's what ended up working. Gotta go soon, you should. What movie? The Godfather. What about beads that vibrate? Yeah, I like how that just kind of came out of nowhere, though. There was never any evidence or anything. Somebody just like jokes about it and they just kind of go nuts. The one headshot I can get reliably. Symbolism that I'm going to beat myself in the game of chess. Now you know who's going to win. Or you could like write a message. How long does it stay there? Or it's cool. Like, you never normally get to see yourself reload. A lot of these cool... Or yeah, let's see how this looks actually on the mirror. Oh, what the fuck is this? You're actually moving the mirror so it looks like you're going through it. That's a cool avant-garde effect. That's actually kind of creepy. You actually just displaced the whole universe there. Wow, I didn't even know you could do that at all. Where'd it go? It looks like you're being pulled into another dimension or something. Okay, can we please just do one fucking game of this? Rocky. I can't believe Rocky won best picture though, of all things. Like, it was good, but there were so many other good movies that year, like, you know, Network and Taxi Driver. Like, come on. Just because it's a commercial hit doesn't mean it has to be that. Okay, see you later. Okay, now here we go. We get to do the black over here, let's say. I mean, clearly I would just have to do some sort of fix for it, but I'm just being stubborn. Like, I choose something I want to do a particular day, and then I just want to do it. So, like, I'm not going to play this again. Although I guess I did just play it, quote unquote, the other day. Just sort of like last Wednesday, just to look at some videos or something stupid. But I do kind of like that. I'm sort of laying bare how stupid I think React content is, but yet still doing it at the same time. Kind of the same way I felt about chess, like ironically playing chess, where you're just able to... It's lagging, so we'll go ahead and play a 10-minute game while it recovers from that. Just, it's important not to click right away when you go back to it, because look at Discord. I'll look at it after, I guess. I don't know how to do it right now. Like, I don't want to show it. Go here, go here. Go, I guess, here. Okay, see ya. Go here. Everything's good. Go back. Don't let him pin down the knight. So that game I was winning pretty handily. So it's a pretty good analogy for my overall chess experience. Just that, like, I'm always winning and I get cocky or I get bored or something happens. It's virtually impossible to beat me unless you're like a really good player, which you wouldn't think there are any of those at this low. Okay, that's an interesting move, but it doesn't actually still do anything, does it? Like, you still can't take or anything. You might have no choice basically but to do that, though. He'll take, I'll take. If he doesn't take, I can just take. If you take there, it doesn't do anything, but it's kind of hard to do anything about that either. Of course, if he simply moves the queen away, we have this threat as well, which wouldn't actually be mate or anything. He could still go there. So all you'd have to do is double threaten that, or all I'd have to do is move the king, and then, well, I actually can't really move it, though. Then I could take the knight, but in the act of doing that, he'd be able to take here first, and then also cover it, so you can't really do that. Maybe the act of doing this, because if you take, then no, it still wouldn't matter. If you take, then I'm setting up to take, but you can also just escape. As long as the server's not crashing overall, right? It should still keep being able to put stuff down. I really can't believe that. A good thing too, I didn't pay $10 for it, because there is some other option. I'd have to make my own goddamn server to make that happen. Now, if he's brain dead and leaves it there, then I could take, because he's so lulled into a false sense of security that it's okay to just, you know, it's been under threat for so long, but it actually hasn't been. You have this diagonal, which is pretty good. Comes back again, which doesn't actually do anything at all. Then you could try to... I don't know. There, he could just take. Let's bring the king out anyway. Not really much he can do with the knight. Not going to be trapped. You can still go there. Even if I go here, you can go back. I wouldn't mind trading it, but doesn't seem to be much point. Like, take, then I could attack. I could double attack. Like, it seems kind of bad because you're actually doubling your pawn, but maybe that's what I want for some sort of aggressive idea coming out. So you can't take there. You can't do anything with this. I have this bad habit of always looking at what's happening after I do it, you know? Which I guess I've never really learned from that. Okay, you can just keep doing it over and over, dude. You are going to want to set up for a double stack. So if you don't stay here, you won't be able to do anything at all. You go here, be annoying again. That's almost what the knight just excels at doing. It's just, it's very annoying, very repetitive in nature. I mean, if I get bored during his move, I can just set up my chessboard here. What color are we looking at? We're looking at white. I will get this to work if it's the last thing I fucking do, dude. I mean, I might just have to put up with lag. Like, I cannot fucking imagine why it's like this, but... So stupid, man. I just wanted to play literally one game, just like as a novelty thing. Like, why is it so hard? We could do that. He'll be attacking there, I guess. And then we could double stack, but actually I can't double stack. If you could double stack now, he'd have to address it. You could take the stupid pawn. It doesn't matter. You could go here, back fork, but you can't. You have to incorporate the knight somehow. Now, the act of moving this would be cute because you're able to basically do it in such a way that you're attacking that, but it doesn't really matter because we're not threatening anything with this. You triple attack there, which could be really scary and force his hand, but he could still cover. So I would take, he would take, I would take, he would take, I would take, he would still take. So now maybe he's putting himself in a spot where he's almost trapped, but he's really not still. Could take that too and it'd just be a trade, but I guess I could ignore it or not really. Okay, that's not good. Still only -4. I'm not even really that interested in this, but I just wanted to try. Kill some time here. Make sure I don't accidentally click something as soon as I tab back in, because then it would fucking cause the pieces to go everywhere. This I find especially enjoyable though too, because where like you can move around and interact with stuff or whatever. That's what I almost wish Chess Ultra and games like that would do, is they would sort of it's more than just trying to see the board in 3D. Just add like a little immersive element to it. They have all these posters and shit like in the cinema. Not that that really has to do with anything, but the point is it's basically impossible to do. That's where you have to have a super mega god to your computer, I guess, or you have to fix some settings or download something that you just don't have, although I don't know why that would be a factor. It never seems to crash on its own, it just lags. I can still keep doing this at a very snail's pace. Very analogistic for chess, but go here doesn't really do me much good. You could take that, that's fine. You can attack there, which I can't even cover, or I guess I could cover. If you go there, I could take. If you take, I take. If you take, I take, take. Come on, we sat here for so long trying to do this, and we won't even get to play against another player. That's the whole hilarity of it. Like, I can't even enjoy it that way, but you won't even let me enjoy it by myself. There's really no other way to do it that I can think of. Like... Or yeah, would it be under games? Like, this game called chess... That one map was kind of pointless too, because you couldn't like interact with a lot of stuff, or it was just kind of stupid. Now the knight can't even move, and so this is just kind of annoying. He'll come there, it will be covered, but then I guess I can't move the king at all, or I'd have to keep sacrificing the movement of the rook, like, just go back and forth and stuff. Okay, I'm already bored of this, just fucking forget it. Although I am getting, like, provisional boosts and minuses and stuff for all these games, like, just because I hadn't played in so long. But even, like, my top 7,000 rank is obviously not there in Classical, but if I just, like, played a game or won a couple games, it would count that because 1,700 is actually hardcore serious business where there are only, like, 6 or 7,000 people better than that on here. Mainly because maybe the best players don't play Classical, but online at least, but even though I was saying it doesn't crash, it doesn't seem like it's crashed because you see the light still moving and stuff. Let's see if there's another fix for it. This is the karmic treatment that you get when you try to play chess for fun. Okay, let me try once more. Whatever, I'll just not even bother with it. So weird. I guess some aspects of the source engine were unoptimized, but I can do a permadeath run of Half-Life 2 on hard mode, which was actually really hard, not even with any other condition or format behind it. But I can't fucking play a game of chess in this. Whatever, at least we dicked around with the board and stuff. Trying to think like how you would be able to do it in a multiplayer game. Let me actually try to join one and just see if it would let you put that down, but I don't think it will because like even in sandbox you should be allowed to do stuff like that. If you just you know, maybe then you could find actually somebody to play with. That's kind of sad. So I don't know what I'll do next week, but at least we'll play it in something where it's more guaranteed to actually do stuff like Roblox, like where you can just go in and play chess or something like that. This is kind of anticlimactic. Even if I could set it up, it wouldn't be that big of a deal because I'd just be playing with myself. So that would get boring pretty quick anyway. But will it actually let me do anything is the big question. There's obviously some component like this that it didn't make me download that it probably you would need to make it run smoother there, but it only happens once you put a certain number of pieces down. Like when there's no pieces on the board, it doesn't lag, or when there's like 5 or 6, it doesn't lag. So like for example, here you could just do this, right? It does seem like it would let you do that. Or like maybe it has no physical presence, or now it does. Now, would it not lag on here? I don't see why that would be any different. But player model sandbox. Everybody's gonna keep killing me. Now this is what I call FPS chess for real. So let's try to put. Would anybody actually even play this though? Is the big question.
My son Daniel is getting cyberbullied.
Why the fuck do I have to hear their voices too? I should be able to. I thought I already turned all this off. Sound effect, game, music, speakers, sound. Nothing to do with voice or here. Enable voice in the game, voice transmit. Thankfully mine isn't working either because that's so cringe and stupid too. Voice receive, test microphone, boost gain, theme voice settings. Okay, let's try on the dark RP maybe if we were to put one down there. Although I don't see why it would be any different because it would just be like it would still lag me the shit out of there. They even have that nice little room for it and everything with the fireplace and the big pieces and all this kind of fun stuff. Or like, I wonder if they have that in Hogwarts Legacy, like a chess mini game that you can play, like the Wizard's chess. That was a pretty bad scene though, actually, in the Sorcerer's Stone. Like, they don't give you any context as to what's happening. Even if chess was like a made-up game, or like even if you don't know anything about it, it would just like stuff just randomly happens and then they have to sack a piece, but like they don't really show it in any sort of convincing or fun way. So if you're gonna take the trouble to go through that and like, oh, we're playing a game of chess, at least show something of interest there. There's nothing. It just kind of breezes through it and gets to the end where somebody has to make like a heroic sacrifice where they don't even die, obviously, but or even the way they show that is kind of clunky. Like he could just jump off the piece at the last second, once it's about to be sacked or hit or whatever. But they play that in like the cafeteria too, and then Emma Watson says like so barbaric or something. So uncivilized. Okay, so let's try the Q menu. Otherwise, it's fine. Or I mean, the best bet would have been to try to play with the ones that are like on that table anyway in the chess thing, because then you wouldn't have to go through the trouble of setting it up. Let me actually try that again. The problem is it's such a oh no, but then it won't let you move as black. So you know what I could do is I could move. I don't fucking know. Or even if that big chessboard space was empty, I could maybe do it there then. Yeah, this game is very interesting. I never really played it enough, and I never really sticked around with a lot of these modes. And I come back only to play. There's any key to spawn in. Okay. Just see if I can do this. It won't let me spawn stuff. Release from jail. Okay, that doesn't work. Legacy browser. So nothing is actually going to mention that or have to do with that. How do you go? You go here, then you disconnect, then you try maybe one more time. Let's go to the GM tabletop chess. Isn't that like the bump badge icon from like Paper Mario? Like what is that X there? Establishing connection. Are you fucking serious? Yeah, it'll be around the 23rd that one thing comes out, and I would like to try that. Maybe I'll make a mini series out of some of these, but I kind of wanted to rotate and try. Even then, like I should try some old school chess game every time because there's so many of them, but none of them are that interesting to me because you end up having to something's wrong with an add-on you have installed to your server. Click the add-on's name on the left to see what's wrong. Looks like the Gmod suite config has not been installed. Need it installed to configure it. Open permissions. It wasn't saying this before on the same thing. This one is just for show, apparently. The only bad thing here is you can't move the black pieces, right? So otherwise you just can't do anything at all. Maybe I could put my own board down. That would be stupid though. So I'll play as black on one board and play as white on the other board. Yeah, otherwise that one doesn't serve any purpose at all. Move that there. I mean, when there's nobody else there, I don't see why it wouldn't let you play against yourself, let's say. Let me try to set it up one more time, even though I know it's not going to work. Gotta be some other way I can simulate it, like without having to... One result. Okay, go like this. It is a decent size. It's not like you need it to be as big as this fucking room, but that makes it hard to even tell what's happening with it. Wow, it landed like right how it was. Okay, so how much you want to bet? It's gonna lag. Need to open the context menu. I don't know what all that is. This is going to be the black. So go black. Black knight, black bishop, black king, black queen, bishop, knight. How to set up a chessboard 101. Fun and interactive game. You know, you get to simulate the very tactile feeling of actually moving them physically and moving them in a one-to-one sense. So here comes the lag spike as soon as you set up one side of the board fully. Maybe if you do it quick enough, it won't lag, but it already is. And then sometimes it'll stop too, but I don't know why I'm even doing this. Point is, it could theoretically be fun, but there's two problems with it. Number one, it just doesn't work, and number two, there wouldn't be players to play against anyway, even if it did work. So that was an interesting thing for sure. I don't know if it was because of that message you just told me, but that wasn't there the last couple times I looked at it. I just kind of wanted a climax to this, but I guess there isn't one that we're gonna get. Or maybe we could make like a mini game out of it, like you could, I don't know, just play fucking checkers instead. Okay, let's do one more game here just for the fuck of it. Seems like most of these matchups have been pretty lopsided in my favor, but then I still end up fucking them up. First one was a draw that he probably should have won. Takes it with the, okay. If he takes it with the queen, then that's probably the right thing to do. That you don't really need to do. This you're at least double attacking. Easily cover it, so then I would need to like triple attack it, which could be pretty hard to do. Could hit that. If he moves that, I could take. If he doesn't, if he takes, I could take. That's actually bad. He could have just took for free, I think. This should always bust up the pawns a little bit. It's not actually that bad. It'll just connect towards the center. Yeah, Tabletop Simulator was kind of interesting. That again, that the only problem is just the player base or lack thereof. I could combine all these to fit into any episode of chess. So whatever I feel like on Tuesday, you know, I could just do that one week. I could do something else. Just you're still playing chess, but you're playing in some different capacity. Or again, I could play like variants and all kinds of other shit. Maybe I should just do like a clean install of Garry's mod again. I'm not even gonna fuck with it. I don't care. It's just for the visual appeal of it or the movement and all kind of fun stuff you could potentially do with it, but or maybe that one is just outdated, but let's actually look. Garry's mod chess. Right, that's one that pops up. This you again you have to pay for, but I don't understand because it's like it's meant more for if you're trying to do it like on your own server. Gmod add-on Tim Cook chess 2 years ago. Chess models. I don't know how you got those small tables to work either. This would fuck up my pawn, so maybe it's not that good that I did that. Thanks, both pretty good, I guess. Uh, pretty much no way to save both of them. Or actually, there is, but it's just kind of very awkward. Comes like that thing. So you could just accept the fact that one of them is not going to be protected. Although maybe it shouldn't have been this, because then you get to whatever. That'd be good if he had already castled, I guess. Could actually take, no, you can't take there. Have to get out of there. Move the knight. It's possible if the rook was active, you might have some sort of no, you won't. Yeah, the number of references to chess and fiction are insane. It almost misrepresents it or paints it in some sort of romanticized light, like whatever Karazhan chess event, or like rank different chess related scenes and uses of it in games and whatnot. Giving a compilation of every single instance of it. Just it's always analogized in some sort of way, either to intelligence or just like a cat and mouse thing, like with the detective, Sherlock Holmes, and Moriarty, stuff like that. They don't actually use it in Death Note, or at least not in the anime. Even Nier is always playing like little games, but I don't think chess is really used too much in that. Code Geass uses it kind of shamelessly a little bit. So he just blunders his queen, which is what you should expect, I guess, at this level. But sometimes it's just not that easy. That's always the best way to take advantage of the provisional boost to be able to try to, like when you first come back, that's a good way to make an easy push. Maybe that's why I always make it seem like I'm doing better than I am. Like when I come back from failing a previous challenge 6 months later, and then I do it super easily. Did I really get better, or am I more focused, or is it just the boost that it's giving me? But even if it is giving me that, it doesn't mean that that you're guaranteed to win because of it. It's like it just means that you're basically in a position where you get more if you do win, but then you also get more of a loss if you lose. So I guess it doesn't matter that much. Go to here and then you could check. You could try to take something. You'd be triple attacking that as well. Case I take, there's really no threat there. We have a uncanny way to try to sometimes lose these positions still. So now I should be able to take the bishop no matter what. You go there. I don't really see a mate. Okay. Yeah, even they're giving me 12 for somebody who's that much lower than me. 14 something is kind of odd, but I've kind of squandered it by now. Stockfish 16, what was it before? Hadn't played on this site for like literally 3 months, right? Like July, August, September, I didn't play because or whatever, maybe a little bit in September just at the end because I just started doing this format, but I hadn't done it because I was obviously playing on chess.com. I almost consider that like the final boss. Like when I do well here, then I revive that account after a certain amount of waiting time, and then I finally, struggle or something. Not saying it's too easy on here, but hey, if a clown like me can get to 1700, which might not seem that impressive, but it is in the context that it's like top 7K in the world on the site always. Like it has a certain value to it. Okay, see you tomorrow.